here to make a point, right? So we're going to go over some recent incidents as well as talk about some personal experiences. There's 3 recent incidents as well as 3 events that I was personally involved in. And then some lessons learned, because this can be quite interesting, right, for the right audience, and exciting in some cases. But our better natures know that despite the interest, despite the excitement, it's it's better ultimately in the end, right? It's in our interest that events of this type happen less frequently. No matter how interesting or how exciting it may be, we know that it's better if less of those types of events happen. So we do want to learn some lessons, and hopefully over time, presumably over time, hope ensure that there are less of them, right? Speaking of less of them, we'll talk about also a brighter future, what that's going to look like, how we're going to get. So we're going to talk about common attacks. Now, if you are going to keep track of events in Web3 space, I do recommend blockthreat.io. It's an excellent site for doing that. And in fact, this is how I keep track of things. The first type of attack that's common that you're going to see a lot of, in fact, if you go there this week, you'll see several price oracle manipulation attacks. Now, when a trade is done, right, when one token is exchanged for another, there's obviously a price where when the token, X number of token A is traded for Y number of token B, right? How is that set, that exchange rate? Well, if you can manipulate the oracle that determines that price, you can obviously gain some benefit for yourself. You can get a better deal. You can get more for your tokens, right? More than you would have in that trade. So there's all sorts of attacks that attempt to do that. Also, improper access control, where there is a function that there's some benefit for you as an attacker to call that was not originally intended to be called by you, by the conjugate owner. So this is all about getting the attacker some advantage. If you can find a function that does not have proper access control, and you get that advantage of being able to call it as an attacker, there's different types of attacks like that. In fact, I believe there's one of those this week. Improper validation and logic errors. Anytime that you have algorithmic decision making, there are parameters involved that are considered in order to make that decision. If they are not properly validated, even sanitized, then decisions can be made to the attacker